Hello all my YouTube friends, this is John with Left-Handed Models. I'm going to give a little secondary update here to show some things that are different that I've done. I was going to say special, but they're not really special. These are the slicks after I sanded them down and put stripes on them with paint to make it look like cheater slicks. Cheater slicks are built so that a car can run these almost completely slick tires on the street, because the DOT has some kind of law, at least it used to, that said you had to have at least two what are they called? Grooves for the tread. And so that's what they built. And so I've tried to replicate those, because I didn't want to try to cut them because I figured I'd get too deep and screw up the tire. This is something, a little tip, if you build this kit, which is the two Model Ts in a box, the little hot rod parts are the front end. When you do the front end, the axle goes through the radius rods, as well as the front spring suspension and the, well, what would they be? Backing plates. So I didn't do this, but I'm recommending that when you glue the radius rod to the frame, measure it by putting the axle through the whole thing, and then you'll know exactly where that should be. Mine was not quite that way, and so it's bound up. It's just too tight to turn, and I'm not going to take it all apart and try to figure out how to adjust it, because everything else looks fine and I don't need the wheels to turn. This is my little Lincoln, and it turns out that it must be a Thunderbird, because from what I can tell, that's a Thunderbird on the valve covers. I did wire it, as I said I was going to, and I have drilled out here and put a little piece of copper wire in there to hold the water lines, the upper, and I drilled in the bottom, as I showed in my other video, and I got a little piece of copper in there now to run the bottom line. So hopefully I can hook those up the way they're supposed to be. These tubes are not the ones from the kit. They're some ferrules, they call them, F-E-R-U-L-E-S. And these are for AWG 12, which is American Wire Gauge 12, and they're 4 millimeters, which is 4 millimeters long, I think. Maybe it's diameter. But anyway, you get a pack of 100 was like $6 or something like that on Amazon. The part number here is their EN4010s, or this is the UPC code X00214U8TR, in case you want to order some. I'm probably too high too, because anytime you need stacks, they're metal, and they look so much better than the plastic ones. And these are almost straight. Now this is something from Matthew Inman, who I saw had the kit that has this body. It was a single T, and he had the glass, and he said, "There's no way. You have to cut it apart." Well, mine came, I hope you can see this, with a notch in the glass. And I've already test fit this, so I know this works. Just push this back, real easy, and then you get it started by pulling on the, oh, and I'm left-handed, so you might have to look at this in a mirror if you're right-handed. Go ahead and just spread it just a little bit, and it gets started. Now once you start pushing down on it, it will scratch the paint, because I have painted this black. but then once you get past a certain point, it just pops down there. And there's enough room with it folded, if I can get it straight down in there, to be able to put some Mod Podge or whatever glue you prefer for glass, plastic glass, into the body, and then slide the window back, and then slide this down, well, after you put some glue there for that, and then you don't have to, that's some more paint I scratched off. Then you don't have to cut it in half. Now, if yours doesn't have this little notch, then I would say go ahead and cut it in half. It's still a little bit of a pain, but it's not too bad. See, I scratched the paint, and I'll have to touch that up because this will probably show. Might as well check that right now. Of course, that means another squeeze. Oh, so no, it will not show. So I may not trim. I'll do this part anyway, though, because that's not hard to do. So that's going to be it for this video, and then hopefully I can get it finished soon and start working on the next video. So thank you for if you subscribed, or thank you for watching. Please like it, or dislike it if you have to. It won't hurt my feelings. I am not a perfect modeler, even though I've been doing this like since the mid-60s, 1960s, not 2060s yet. And I do it for me, and this one's turned out pretty good. So thank you for watching. Bye.